Katie called me yesterday, late afternoon, and said that I was matched to a load.
In 300 feet, turn right.
That I was matched to a load going to Phoenix, Arizona, and I was only 60 miles away in Nebraska. And if I wanted to go home. And I said, yep. We loaded 2 big reels. Total weight is about 6,000 pounds. They're about 3,000 pounds a piece. They're big wooden reels, and I just used 2 chains through the eye, holding it down, and then they put some braces or chocks, whatever you want to call it, on there to keep it from rolling around. But they're on there pretty good. They're not going anywhere. And then I had to get my big 8-foot tarp. I call that my money maker. I had to get my big 8-foot tarp, and one of the reasons I call that my money maker is a lot of guys don't have 8-foot tarps and don't want to do 8-foot tarps, so I will, which usually puts me at an advantage. Okay, we're over here in Springfield, Nebraska, and we just unloaded our big coils, or not coils, but reels of fiber optic cable. And they went over here to the Facebook data center, which was pretty cool. They're building this place over here. We're on our way to Seward, Nebraska. Katie called me yesterday, late afternoon, and said that I was matched to a load.
In 300 feet, turn right.
That I was matched to a load going to Phoenix, Arizona, and I was only 60 miles away in Nebraska. And if I wanted to go home. And I said, yep. It has been a good month. I've been out on the road for about almost 4 weeks now. 4 weeks by the time I get home. So I went ahead and took a load to Phoenix, Arizona, and we're on our way to go pick it up. And it only weighs 1,000 800 pounds. We got a nice, super simple, easy load. Before I go outside, I've already took a shower. We're over here at the Salina, Kansas. We're at the Petro truck stop. It's about, it's almost 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock here. But you can see the parking lot here. Before I go outside, I just want to say, because I know somebody's going to make a comment. We only have 3 little pieces on the trailer. And the customer paid for what they call exclusive use, which means that's all they want on the trailer is their product and no other. And I sometimes I get a lot of comments, well, why don't you put something else with it? Well, the customer, if that's what they paid for, that's what they get, is exclusive use. Sometimes a customer will do that because if it goes as an LTL load, it's usually a little slower, meaning you have more days to deliver to put a load together. But you know, if a customer pays for exclusive use, that's what they get, exclusive use. So that's kind of how that works. You know, and Mercer doesn't really want to bend the rules, because if that's what they sold was exclusive use, that's what the customer expects. So anyway, let's go outside, take a look. Like I said, that's not much. I got 1,500 pounds on the trailer, and we got some, I think they're for power poles. Oh, that's all we got, is that right there. And somehow they're for power poles. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what they are. There's 3 of them. Now I did take one strap and did like a barrel wrap to squeeze them all together, and then down there it looks like there's a gap, but there's actually a bolt that's holding them together. But yeah, I did that, squeeze them together. They're not going anywhere. I put a picture up on social media and somebody said I used a lot of straps. What I do is I like to straddle the dunnage, which is that piece of wood right there. That wood sometimes has a tendency to vibrate, especially when there's not a lot of weight on the trailer. So I try to straddle that dunnage with 2 straps, and that'll keep that wood from vibrating a little bit. But here, we'll pan around, you guys can look. There's a drop deck there. You've got some forklift thing. But no, today went pretty good. Got me a nice shower. I'm all cleaned up. From right here, we got about 2 days, 1,200 miles to get to the house. So, good morning. We're in Vaughn, New Mexico, and it is about 6 o'clock local time. I got here early evening, about 6 o'clock last night. I was going to leave early this morning to head home, but it must have snowed last night, and we're at a little tiny truck stop. It might be hard to see here. Hang on a second. Turn the lights on. There's a little bit of snow on the ground, but the road that we have to go down is Highway 54, and I looked on Google Maps, and it shows that it's all red and orange, which means traffic is slow. And that little road is a 2-lane road. There's no shoulder or anything. So I'm going to wait till the daylight comes up. And the clouds are just starting to, the daybreak's just starting to come up. But I'm going to wait for the sun to come up before we leave. But from right here, we got about 450 miles to the house. So, but that's what we're going to do, especially since we're so light. I don't want to get out there if it's icy. But the further south we go, it'll warm up. So that's what we're doing. Had a pretty good day yesterday. Drove about 600 miles yesterday. So we're just waiting for the sun to come up.
Rivers run dry, dust breaths in the air. 2 dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate. Start a, come on, start a riot. When they love you too much, know it's fame, fake, or even hate. Don't be scared if the weight paralyzes you, stayed at the gate. No, it's a lot to take in, it's designed to know when, don't wait. Don't be scared when the weight paralyzes you, stay.